He's fine. He'll be
Lanny.
Hey, Lanny.
Will we find a house?
Will you find a house? We're going to look at 3 cards from the Christmas Elf deck for you. Will you find a house for Lanny? Let's take a peek. Wow. Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, but you're going to have to be a little patient. Knight of Wands shows your desire to charge forward, set up the new kingdom with the Emperor here. Page of Pentacles, a little bit of hesitance, but you're seeing something really, really good coming in. So I'm saying yes. Straight up.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like this. This is a fun little deck. And it's just the Christmas Elf deck. Really fun. I don't know if I need a second one, but it's super fun. And these tiny decks are so cute. So yeah.
Okey-doke.
We'll set this down and go to the winter deck next. Just for fun.
Oh, she said thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Steven wants to know how his 2025 is going to be.
A big question. Just 3 cards overall looking at Steven's 2025. If we're dividing it in thirds, we're going to divide it till April. Then another 3 months to the, May, June, July. That's another section. So from here till April, then May, June, July. For some reason, it's divided that section really short. And then for the rest of the year. All right. Let's see what's going on for you. It's not equal thirds. I don't know why it's not equal thirds, but it's not. Okay. So this is getting everything you wished for, but you have to line this up in a row. Usually you don't have to do so much work to line this up in a row. This is the wish card where you get smug and then kind of content and then rest on your laurels. So you're getting everything you wished for, but it's taking some work. This work is not the meaning of this card, but that's what I'm getting. It's like you're setting up for a party to host and you have everything there, but it's a lot of minute details that need to be orchestrated. That middle section that was smaller, this is the victory and the recognition for doing a really good job. That's what's coming in. It's going to be great, but this where you're riding high and getting all the recognition is going to be shorter. And then the rest of it, the Page of Pentacles, you're going to have to refine some skills. Now, we just saw that in the other deck. This is it in the winter deck. It's where you're holding that coin. You know you've got the gift, but this is the student that needs to get off the butt and go do. So you're ready to do something, ready to take something on. And it could be later that you're going into school or into study or into learning again. It's not always what that means, but this card does mean the student, and that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm pulling one more just to be nosy. Love this. Love it, love it, love it. 9 of Pentacles. Independent, sitting pretty in your garden. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of independence, a lot of luxury time, a lot of leisure in ways that you didn't expect. Surprise perks. I love that for you. That's great.
Good
and a little
deal.
extra cash. So that's what's coming in with the 9 Pentacles.
All right. If you are just joining us for the first time, Angie has
a lot of tarot cards.
700 decks.
Or so.
Or so.
700 or so. More than 700 probably, yes.
Yeah,
but I love me some tarot.
Of decks.
I love tarot, guys. So
all
just come
around.
on in. Yeah. And I have some decks that have duplicates or triplicates. A couple of decks I have quads on. So I really, really do love them. But if you see identical imagery, take it as a neon sign. And it happens all the time. It's how I like to read it. So when I tell my husband, oh, I need another of that, he gives me a hard time, but we have to get it.
So, Stephen, it said going back to school.
Oh, you are? Well, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, you'll find yourself really content and happy in that. It seems like very charming and good.
All right, cool. Tasha wanted to know if she's going in the right direction.
Are you going in the right
Sandra.
direction? Tasha, we are going to go
Emily's
into
here, too.
1909. Hey there, Emily. Hey, Sandra. Tasha, are you going in the right direction? 1909, Pamela Coleman Smith. You're doing it the hard way, honey. This is, yeah, you're going in the right direction, but you can do it a little smarter. This is carrying a burden, and we show how these sticks are bundled. That is the hard way to do it. You don't have to go about it the complicated way. There is a more simple way to do it. There's a lot of conflict about this. You're listening to somebody else tell you how to do it, tell you what to do, and there's something that you know that you need to handle. Don't let somebody else hijack your agenda. One more card on this one. Your instincts are right to get you towards the right place. This is the 1111. This is the weddings, graduations, birth, synchronicity card. Look for things to come in alignment. You don't have to do it all at once. See these 4? It's 2 at a time and 2 at a time. You're at the threshold. But don't do it the hard way. You don't have to slog it out. It's just do it a little bit smarter, not harder. And you can figure that out. You'll be able to find that. It's just other people will be pulling for your attention, pulling for your direction, pulling you in different directions. Get centered, get grounded, get just straight up with you. Then go forward.
All right, Tasha said, got it.
Yeah.
Hi, Martina.
I'm sure that makes sense.
Emily
to you.
was asking, what's the Christmas-looking deck up front?
This one is called the Christmas Elf deck. And it is too stupid cute. It is way cute. Like, I will show you a few. I'll pass some to Phil. Here. Just take a chunk, honey, and show them, because it's just going to be easier than passing them that way.
And Tasha said she felt that.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be good, honey.
I feel that. Sorry.
Yeah, this is just called the Christmas Elf deck. And it looks like the ugly Christmas sweater on the back, but that's what it is. I have this deck, and then I have the Yuletide Tarot that's a Christmas Tarot. Halloween Tarots I have a ton of. Christmas Tarots not so much. But okay.
Emily said, "Oh my God, it's so cute."
It is, huh? Thank you. Not that I drew it myself, but I was good enough to like get that in the collection. Yahoo!
Martina said, "My friend and I just bought a deck together so we can share custody now." So we share custody.
Custody of the deck. Just get a duplicate, baby. It'll be very, very fun. I wonder what deck it is. Yeah, I'm not sharing custody of any of these decks just yet. They're mine, all mine, and not Phil's. So yeah.
Okay, let's just do some freebies, Ange.
Let's do it.
Let's do some freebies for a while. We haven't done a free show in a while.
We're doing a pay it forward free show, so ask away and we will do it. And we will do more than the 3 cards. We'll do a line of 5 or 2 lines of 5, and we'll see what comes through.
Yeah, we'll be on for, I don't know, we'll stay on for like an hour.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so Elise will next year be kinder to me.
Elise, we're going into the Secret Mirror Tarot for you. Will next year be kinder for you? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're setting up some big stuff here. You're setting up big stuff here. Now, it's going to be a little bit tricky about probably late spring coming in is what I'm getting here. And I want to see these 3 as a set. We've got the Sun. This is the happiest damn card in the deck. The happiest. Things are abundant. Things are exposed. Things are growing and wonderful. You get the Empress right next to it. Divine Feminine rolling in and a lot of exposure. A lot of knowledge, light, and information on what you need to do to move forward. Absolutely, yeah.
You put yay.
Yeah. Then you get the 10 of Cups. This is the happy ever after +1. It's the wish card +1. More happiness in your home environment and in your surrounding area where you consider sanctuary and sacred is getting more peaceful for you. I'm loving that. This, the Weary Soldier, it's diminished on this. When I see this, they come in reverse. I don't always read reverse, but it will come in delayed or diminished sometimes that way because I don't upright 700 different decks. I just, if the energy feels reversed, I'll tell you. And for me, this is often a delay or a diminish. This is a diminish on the Weary Soldier. You're getting to figure out how do you defend without being defensive with this one. You've got the Lovers here. The 5 of Swords are getting off the battlefield. And Sneaky Pete the Thief. I don't know who this is. If somebody in love is doing you wrong and needs the door, or just needs a break, or needs a timeout, maybe you're not so available right now for them going forward. You're going to do love a little bit smarter. What else we got? Yeah, I need to know. Queen of Coins. You're learning your value. She's the closest to the Empress. And it feels like you're going to get this lesson over and over and over. Know your value. Know what's in your pantry. Know your own worth. And you don't let anyone take from it, okay? That's what I got for you. That's
Woo, okay, Ange.
Yeah, this is the Secret Mirror, and I love this one.
We are going to do, or
we're
doing
the Pay It Forward show.
We're doing a Pay It Forward show. How it works is I try and get to everyone. I will pick at random.
Feel free to donate, but that doesn't mean you're getting a read.
Yeah, you can.
So we're not going to do pay reads when we do a Pay It Forward.
We do Pay It Forward. We do not expect any kind of...
The paid list can be open another day when we're doing that.
Tomorrow or Saturday.
Whatever.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's go Saturday.
Okay, water for me.
Okay, Emily would like whatever Angie feels called to share for Emily.
Emily, we're going to a Calendara. It's a gorgeous tarot deck for you.
Yeah, Vika, we used to do this every month, but we haven't been since I changed my job. So we try to do it every so often.
I want the old school Celtic cross for you, Emily, so that's what we're doing. Justice is coming in the 2 of Pentacles, trying to balance, feeling a little off balance for a period of time. This is what's happening. The Justice card, a karmic lesson for you, and a rebalancing. Justice isn't just about karma coming due for someone else. It's sometimes the good karma coming towards us. It sometimes throws us off balance. We have to go through a struggle, and then we get this good thing. And that's what I'm feeling for you right now. Subconscious, conscious, recent past, near future, you in the position of now, the environment around you, hopes and fears, likely outcome. Wow.
Jeez, Ange.
Wow. Likely outcome, Magician. You're manifesting something fabulous here. I love this for you. Now, Judgment, subconsciously, you've been really tapping into your higher self and trying to tune in to the higher self rather than drama or mishmash or letting somebody else's emotions rile you up or letting external situations, challenging though they may be, get the better of you. You're trying to get centered over and over and over. You're doing really, really well. Keep at it, honey. 6 of Cups. Consciously, you are remembering happier times, happier days, and when things were traded easily, when friendships came easily, and there was an ease and a joy in childhood. Keep focusing on that. This will help in healing in some regard, help you move forward. This is a card of healing, second chances, recent past, a gift. This one doesn't feel like a gift. It almost feels like the stinky fish tea, almost like you have to work so hard to unearth this. This is the skill that you have, and it is a gift. It is. So what might feel a little bit more like a liability is actually an asset. Give it a little time. Going forward, Page of Pentacles, there's the asset right there. The big gift here, and now it's in your hand. You're getting mastery over it. I love this for you. Love, love, love it. Emperor's coming up really strong here. Now this is you taking control, restructuring, resetting order, and resetting boundaries. Understanding your kingdom a little bit differently. Understanding what the rules are that are going to work for you now and how they're different from before, and how you're making the adjustments here. How you're making that balance out. Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself more grace. This is huge for you right now. There's a certain impatience for things to be as you want them to be. And that impatience doesn't sort of slow it down. Set what you think as progress and rules as progress going forward, but be gentle with yourself. You'll get there. You'll get there. Death card coming in. No, not literal death, but this is death and transformation. And you know it's my favorite because of the butterfly and metamorphosis and all of this. This is the environment around you. This is something you are going through. It's time for the chrysalis to be broken open. Let's see what that's going on. We're going right into the chrysalis tarot right now for you. Clarification's coming through for you, honey. We've got the Knight of Stones, goes patiently and ploddingly, the most prepared of all. This is the illusionist, also lining up the magician by being prepared, by doing something consistently and slowly taking your time. You're pulling off the magic here. This is huge. And then the Celtic Owl is coming through. This is the Hanged Man. Patiently again, in limbo for a time, a willing sacrifice during this time. This is a Chrysalis Tarot. This is the one that I had to get here. I want to see this as we go forward too. We're just going to go up the column for clarifiers here and here. I want it. We're doing it. Queen of Swords. Cut the shit. You know what needs cut. You know what's fair for you. You know how to be in integrity with yourself and in alignment with yourself. And don't be overly emotional. Don't be overly in your head, but don't be overly emotional. Be very clear and fair with yourself. You got the Two of Stones, which is exactly the same as the Two of Pentacles here, and the Five of Stones. You are not this. This is the one that's usually outside the church and the poor little match girl and drama, drama, drama. No. No more of that. No, no, no. You're just balancing. And it's going to feel sometimes like this is big and upstaging everything else, but it's not accurate. That's not an accurate representation of who you are. You're the Queen of Swords. But sometimes when we get challenged in a big way, it's hard to not be emotional. You're trying to rein it in and get really clear about what you want to do with your perception going forward. Let's see what the magician has to say. I know Phil didn't expect me to go on this way, but hey, I needed to, so okay. Eight of Scrolls. Ooh, I love this. Look at the knowledge coming into you here. Look at this. Open up for the knowledge coming through. That's coming through with as much High Priestess energy as anything ever that's been on this table before. And the Ace of Mirrors. This is the big cup of emotion by looking at your reflection in a different way. That's how you bring the magic forward. That's how the magician really gets his power back, and it's how you manifest the change you want to create. That's what I've got for you. That's complete. Holy smokes, I love that. I love that for you. Sweetie, you're going to do fine. This month might feel really tough, but it feels like going forward, you're getting over the hurdle now. You're getting over, like somebody says, oh, well, you want the good news or the bad news? You say the bad news. You're like, holy shit, I didn't want that. You're getting over it. You're moving forward. The momentum is coming, so let it come. Let it build slowly, but it is coming through. All right.
Whoa, okay,
yeah,
wow.
I love that for you. I love it for you. It's beautiful. So, and trust your High Priestess self. You know what I mean.
All right.
Yeah.
Little Devil said, Angie, your hair is beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's in the ponytail with the clip and probably a little springy, but thank you.
Okay, we are doing a paid forward show tonight. We decided on the fly.
On the fly.
Picking at random.
Picking at random. That was a Celtic Cross plus clarifiers. And usually that's like a full read. So it's not just 2 or 3 cards for this show. No, we're doing good size reads.
Emily said, I love you so much, Angie. Thank you, Phil. I'm going to send you a DM as a reply because it's too long to post.
You are welcome, honey. You are welcome.
Okay. Sandra, I'd like to know if she'd be in a job by January.
Sandra, by January. Didn't we look at this and wasn't it a little longer than that? Seems like it was. Just give me a second.
Dylan, you'll be next.
We're going to Lucy's deck here. This is called the Mind's Eye, and I call it Lucy's deck because my guide Lucy loves this one. You get a job by January. We're looking for a quick 3, and then we're going to get clarifiers on this. What's going on about the job for Sandra by January? We got the Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. It feels like post-January, not by January. It feels like you're really waiting to take the next step.
Well, she'll be in a new job.
Yeah, I caught that.
Okay, gotcha.
He's giving me the look, guys.
Well, she put it on there, okay? Just relax.
You were just behind. That's okay.
Just relax.
Little after January is what I'm getting. Little after January. It doesn't mean little into January, not February, but not before January 1st. It doesn't feel like. It feels like you're comparing what's here, what's on the horizon, and baby steps into this next thing that you're doing, going slowly into it, and a new offer. So yes, it's coming in, but this is what's leading me to think that it's going to be a little bit slower. Let's see what else is going on about this new job. Your ears need to perk. Okay, I'm getting some crazy cartoon dog from Bugs Bunny, and it's the one that Bugs Bunny used to conk on the head, and then it like sees stars around, and then it's like his ear is half cocked going, that's what's going on. It's like the universe has conked you on the head, and now you're listening with sharper ears. Judgment, yeah, you're listening. Why? Because the horn is blowing for you. You're getting called to your higher self. You're getting the call to be true to yourself. The Empress is coming in for you also, and here comes Temperance trying to balance it out. You finding your formula. It's going to take a little bit to find your flow. Why? Because you've had a little bit of heartache about an ending that you've had. And this is a card usually of 8 weeks. It's going to be less than 8 weeks is what I feel. This is usually my 2-month card, but it says things are picking up speed. They're going to pick up momentum as you go forward. But that's what's coming in for you. Anything else she needs to know? What is this Empress? Even the Empress has to feel the conk on the head sometimes. Even the Empress has to perk up her ears and pay closer attention to what's going on. The discernment needs to sharpen all of your senses is important for you. Sharpen keenly. It is like thinking your way through it is just going to give you a goose egg, a conk on the head. It's not going to be good. Sharpen up your listening. Sharpening up your listening is good. But yeah, again, advising you to eavesdrop. So if you're out and about standing in line or in the restaurant or whatever, start eavesdropping on conversations. You're going to hear something. You're going to pick up something, and it's going to be a bit of information that will trigger something else. I'm getting something like clinking glasses, so I think this is eavesdropping, though you're in a restaurant situation. Strength, follow the gentle nudge. Definitely. 9 of Cups coming through here. This is the wish card about the work. Yeah. When you're out and about doing your thing and you're at the restaurant, maybe you're with the girls going out for some kind of pre-Christmas something or other. Perk up your ears and listen. Really, really listen. It's important for you. It's like something clinking, something celebrating, something good happening there. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, the job itself doesn't feel like until after January, but you need to listen. They might be dropping breadcrumbs here and there. The universe might be doing that way. So it's not overwhelming to you. That's what I got.
Okay, Ange. Wow.
Yeah, I love that for you. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I am getting very much like tulip glasses clinked together. That's what I got.
Okay, Ange.
Hey, sometimes that's just how it goes. I don't know why it goes that way, but it just does.
I don't know either, Ange.
All right, baby.
Sandra said, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. And raise a glass and celebrate yourself for sure. If you didn't see 3 of Cups coming through in your mind, you should be not by now, because that's definitely what's going on.
Okay, is it frozen for everyone else? Emily says she's got it frozen. It's not frozen on my end.
Let us know.
Let us know. Yes, if it's frozen. Nope. Kim said nope. It's fine for Vika.
Okay.
Terry said it's fine. Okay, good. I guess it's your connection, Emily. I'm back and you are too. Cool. Good deal, Emily. Okay, so I decided to make a list.
Okay.
I'm gonna got you. I have Dylan. I have Martina. Then I have Rhonda. I'm gonna call out your name. And when it's your turn, say here or whatever, and then I'll get to your question.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to try and work it out. Okay, Dylan, how and when can I reconnect with Jake?
Dylan and Jake. Under the oak, Dylan and Jake. You've got a quadrant coming in. The 4 corners are coming in here. You've got, what's the 6 of Cups here? This is nostalgia. What is going on? High Priestess and the 4 of Cups. Excuse me, the 8 of Cups. I've got to get my bifocals. These glasses don't have bifocals, and I'm telling you, at the beginning of the year, that's happening for me. You're wishing this, the nostalgia. You're assigning more rose-colored glasses than you need to there for this. You've got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away. I wouldn't go back to him. What I'm seeing is the 8 of Cups, where you're usually walking away from something that leaves you longing. You might reconnect and you might even hook up, but it doesn't make sense to continue forward with this person. I'm not sure what that's about for you. This is a card of hopes and dreams coming true, and this is conflict, conflict, conflict. Now I want to pull these cards to the side. We're going to fill in these spots here. Same deck, second deck. That's why I ink the cards. So let's see what's coming in around this. Going in the quad. It doesn't feel like you should go back to this one. It feels like that would be something that you could wrangle the situation into what you want it to be, but it might not be for your best interest to do so. That's what it feels like. This guy should be relegated to the friend zone is what I'm getting, as clear as day. Queen of Cups. This should be love lost that you look back on and reflect on, but this is, you need to relegate his ass. Relegate him to the friend zone. We got the Ace of Swords. The clarity is here. The hopes and dreams of what you want and the clarity with the Ace of Swords is here. It's telling me that this is you going nostalgic, you looking through the rose-colored glasses. You can't sugarcoat a shit sandwich. That's a harsh way to put it, but I need you to hear it. You can't make Peter Pan a grown man. This person, this Jake, even if you get back together, there's enough difference between you that you would act as a lesson, but not as a good match, not as a good fit, perfect forever, happy ever after. It just doesn't feel like that. 8 of Wands here. This is 2 months from now, you're going to be looking different. This is 2 months when this is supposed to be opening up. It's going to make this holiday season a little weird and bumpy for you, a little turbulent. And 5 of Pentacles here, you're going to feel out in the cold. Now, usually this is the one where they're leaving the church and you see the people out in the cold and they're separated for something. The separation between you and this person feels very, very right. It feels like you need to move beyond this person. So if this person gets you through the holidays, whatever, warms the night, warms the bed, whatever you want to call it, if this Jake is good for that, that might be great, but he might not be great for long term, just so as far as you understand what's going on. I would put him in your mind in the friend zone because he does not feel like 2 of Cups. He doesn't feel like love of your life. And that might be hard on the heart, but that's what's coming through in the cards. So based on the energy today, that's what I'm getting. So
okay, wow.
Hopefully that makes sense, even though I'm never going to sugarcoat anything for anyone because it just would never serve you guys. If I told you only what you wanted to hear, it'd be like what is that book about Bruce Almighty, and he's God, and he just says yes to everybody about everything. Yes, 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 yes. Then Mo is laughing her socks off. All the Post-its are going crazy. Now, Mo is my guy that pays attention to Post-its, and that's why she's laughing her socks off. She's not usually one that laughs, but she is laughing and smiling. She's usually over back in that corner, and she's usually got like all these cubbies and these Post-its, and that reference to Bruce Almighty with the Post-its, she's cracking up. Because she'll get insistent and interrupt a read with a Post-it note about something. But yeah, this guy Jake, it's not like he's a bad guy at all. He's just not the best fit for you. That's what I got.
Good deal.
Excuse me.
All right, Martina, you're going to be next. I just
Okay.
need your question. Okay, and who was it that was rocking out to one way or another?
Nell.
Nell.
Nell was fucking loving it. She was going... Nell is very much the water sprite kind of fairy elemental energy, and I've seen her young and I've seen her old. She usually presents at 10. But we were getting ready for the show, and it's Blondie singing one way or another. And I stop what I'm doing, and Nell has my attention over here, and she is just jamming on it, digging it. And she's like, and Phil had to ask me, what is it? It's Nell. She was rocking out to it. So, yeah, that's what's going on.
All right, and Dylan put, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Okay, Martina is next up.
Okay.
True Love on the way.
True love on the way. Let's see.
Rhonda, you're on deck. I'm beyond single, she put.
Beyond single is okay. It's when you're your most lethal, just so you know. It's when your mojo can kick in and you're flirting with the universe, and pretty soon people are flirting with you that you've never heard of, and they're like 80 years your senior, and it's like, okay, glad you're having a great day, and you have a good one too. All right. Like the little old man at the grocery store that's bagging groceries or something. Let's say something like, aren't you cute or something. Don't take it as chauvinistic. It feels like somebody's going to be dropping flattery bombs around you because you're going to get your mojo back beyond single. Is love on the way. This is the longest dream. Whitney's greatest love of all is coming in through the clear odds. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Yes, okay. She's got it. You're not quite over the sting of this last experience, and this was a big sting. Holy shit, that was a rocky sting. Oh. This is like heartache, betrayal, third party, owie owie on the heart. And then this is that 5 of coins when you feel like the poor little match girl, or you feel separated or lost, or like on the outside looking in. You're not going to be in this position forever, but you need to really get beyond the relationship wounding that has happened to the part where you're just happy and content doing your own thing, because that's when it's going to be that you are your most magic mojo self, is what I can say. What else is going on? Let's put 5 in a row here. Yeah. Line of 5. Same deck, second deck, line of 5. We're going to read this, see what we got. This is what's going on consciously that you're aware of. This is what your higher self wants you to know coming through in the smaller deck here. It's the Knight of Wands, and it's like you've been a little bit reckless in this past before, like to the point of it's not just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, but you're going through with your Knight of Wands, and the wand has lit the whole house on fire. Bam, burn it down, burn it down. The Emperor is trying to get some control on you, rein you in, and say, hey, slow your pants down. Chill it, Willis. That's what we're getting. 2 of Swords. You need to be calm, settle down, and then make your choice. You'll be at the crossroads soon enough, but you're not prepared to make that decision right now. It's requiring you to go within. Sometimes this one, people will say, well, take off the blindfold, and she's too logical, not being emotional enough, not consulting her emotions enough. This is chill it, Willis. This is calm the fuck down. Go within. Get meditational. Turn your eyes off for a minute. All the external sources, validation, debris, all the other. Cut that shit out. Let it go, let it go. Now let's see what else your higher self needs you to know about this. One is not as good as the other. Not just any old one will do for you. Let yourself have a little bit of time and a little bit of patience in this process, even though it's like busting your chops to do so. This Page of Wands wants to come through. This is a new message, a new inspiring message. This is asking you to slow it down. Listen for the message. Why are the owls here so strong? There's something about the owls coming in strong. Just give me a second. Okay. The owls came in on the other... You won't know. You weren't here probably for this show, but the owls came in on the tree in the Norman reading. The owls were representing the tree. The tree is representing health. It takes time to get roots and get grounded and grow, and it's about the health. The health needs to be there before the healthy message is there. This is telling me springtime is coming, and when you see the trees and the leaves are starting to first unfurl, well, $10 word, unfurl, when the leaves are first springing out, this is when you need to start looking for love. Before then, it's going to be a little too soon. This is telling me end of February going into March. Don't go any sooner than that. So if you're dating anyone sooner than that, enjoy the single opportunity, but treat it like Baskin Robbins. Try vanilla, try chocolate, try bubblegum, try peppermint, try, I don't know, caramel, try licorice, I don't know, try all the flavors. Try a few different flavors. You don't need to lock and load and be so ready for a relationship that you're into it too quick. You just don't. This is saying there needs to be a new message. One is not the same as the other. You need to get yourself still. Play the field is what they would call it back in the old school days. Play the field. Now it seems like everybody's into serial monogamy, and it's just like one person relationship and get all serious with somebody else. That's just not for you right now. No, you need to learn what you really, really like. Justice and karma coming through here. There's a lesson in here. Why is the lesson in here? Because it was painful in the past before. It feels like you need to watch for February. Okay, all right. Okay. Watch for February, and February 28th is usually a leap year type of energy coming through. It's not that you have to wait that long, but it feels like it has been that long and feels like something rare that you're waiting and watching for. I'm not saying don't date or don't play the field until then. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying play the field. Don't get your heart overly invested until towards the end of February, okay? So you need to go slow for you. What we're seeing here from your higher self, you need to be the chooser of all the options. Look at what I was saying about Baskin Robbins. All those cups. Here's a choice, here's a choice, here's a choice, here's a choice. And you purposefully need to procrastinate making a choice before you lock in. Queen of Wands. She's got all the mojo in the world. This is when you're sexy as back and you're like, yeah, I know I've got the cookie. I know everybody loves the cookie and I am the cookie. This is what's going in. She goes into the party and heads turn. Doesn't matter if she looks like she caught a football with her nose. She goes in there and heads turn, and it's like the party starts when she arrives. That's you. You just don't know this yet. You're still learning this and you're figuring it out all through January. 8 of Swords, limiting beliefs are going off. It's like all these things of self-doubt that kept you trapped are gone. And then the 8 of Wands, things are picking up January, February, boom. That's what I've got coming in there. Now let's see what's going on here. 8 of Wands again coming in. Show her the duplicate. The universe really wants you to know this. That's neon sign from the universe there. Yeah, you're going to want to speed things up. You're looking for teamwork and a better team player. This is what you're conscious of. What does your higher self have to say about that? Sorry, these were the littles. That was the big. Right here. Let's see. Love it! You are the fucking badass! You are a badass! You are in integrity with yourself and you're saying, cut the shit. If you've got somebody bringing you vanilla and you're not in the mood for vanilla, you need peanut butter chocolate ice cream, you're going to be like, out! You're that peanut butter chocolate, nice try. You're not having it anymore. You're cutting the shit. You really know what you need. Your logic from going within and holding your integrity is strong in this card. This is what's coming forward. You know your value, you know your worth, and you're getting your mojo back. That's what I've got for you. That's complete. Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, that was awesome. I love that for you. I love that one. That was spicier than you think. Spicy ice cream, yeah.
Okay.
That's vanilla and cayenne flavor ice cream. Ooh, hot and sweet, for sure. Yeah, they don't serve that at Baskin Robbins. What?
All right. Yes, if you haven't figured it out by now, doing some free reads tonight. Angie is.
And we're doing full-bodied reads, not just the quick. Usually at the top of my show, I'll do 3 cards for free, and then we go into the paid list. So the paid list is great if you want to get ahead on the list, great. But tonight we're not doing that. Phil's just keeping a list, keeping track as best he can, and I'm doing the reads because I like to do them.
Martina said that was amazing. Wow, thanks.
You're welcome, honey. You are so welcome.
All right, I think the next time we are going to be on will probably be
as a couple. You mean
our next show? Yeah, where it's a real show, paid show, so to speak. I would say Friday or Saturday.
Saturday? You want to do like a Saturday midday?
Saturday midday-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you guys don't get sticker shock. I'm worth every goddamn penny, though. That's what the usual prices.
These are the usuals, yes.
These are the usual prices. And I do teach tarot. I do Zoom calls that are an hour long, and we just offer them. You can ask a billion questions. I also do, if you want to ask 3 questions and email me, I send you a recorded link for 3 questions. Usually a 2-day turnaround, depending how busy the schedule is. But I get you on the books, and usually it's within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, enough advertising on the commercial.
Yes, Ange.
Who's next?
Okay, next up we have Rhonda. Rhonda, are you still here? Terry, you're on deck.
What's Rhonda's question?
When I get it, I'll tell you, okay? Just want to make sure. God dang. Bugging me already.
See that bird flying? It's a New York State bird, did you know?
Rhonda, you are on right now. I need your question. And Terry, if you could post your question, please, and remind me of that. And then we will have Hannah. Hopefully Hannah is still here.
Okay.
Okay, just waiting for Rhonda's question. It was something about, I can scroll back.
Rhonda, are you here? Hello, Rhonda.
Yes, Rhonda's here. She was just here.
Well, she might have had to stir her dinner or something. We don't know what people are doing.
Well, things get better soon with my relationship.
Let's take a look. We're going to the moon garden for you. And this is definitely the one I want to be in for you. And these ones are slightly smaller sized. Beautiful to shuffle. Beautiful gilding. Borderless Tarot of the Moon Garden for Rhonda. Will things get better for you soon?
Terry, got it. Thanks. You're on deck.
Okay. Now this one, it's a cold winter, guys. We had Winter's Bone as a whole set of cards that I put somewhere out here. I had gathered some very wintry cards. And Winter's Bone came to mind. And you're experiencing this bitterness of the cold of winter. They're going to get better, but it's going to feel like it's taking forever. The Knight of Swords is coming through strong, strong, strong. There's been a little bit of recklessness, and you're wanting more haste than you can do. That knight would do better to get off the damn horse, put the sword somewhere warm, and get some good night's sleep. 7 of Swords here. Ay, 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 ay. I'm sorry, this is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is all about... this one is the mini of the Tower to me. This is when the epiphany comes as the rude awakening of night. This is when you wake up in the night and you have finally the aha moment. But for right now, you're having restless nights, not sleeping well, not really settled in. And it's going to be restless. This is going to continue to be restless, but not forever. You really are having whatever the big planets are doing and the outer planets, they're screwing with you big. And I don't know if it's the Mercury retrograde or the Pluto return that's going into Aquarius right now. I just know the 15th or 17th is going to ease off for you. And that's what it's feeling like is very, very right. I'm getting the 7 of Swords. Why am I getting that so strongly? This is the invisible card. The case comes through in the invisible card when it's not on the deck yet, but it needs to be addressed. 7 of Swords is Sneaky Pete the thief. It's cover your ass. You see him like running away. And he's got 5 swords and he leaves 2 behind. You need to leave the 2 behind. And you need to take what is good for yourself. That thief goes off with all those swords and lives to fight another day. And in the background of that, you see the people in the little campfire out in the back behind the tents. And they're like maybe getting ready for battle. Well, this he's not going to get injured. And maybe he saves his buddy's lives. You don't know. But this is cover your ass time. So the relationship will shift soon, but not immediately. You need to think about how do you prioritize you. King of Pentacles right here. This one knows how to do value over time. This one is ready to do something, and there's something in the storehouse he's been working on for a period of time. His resources are stacking up. I need more clarification on this. Same deck, second deck. What's this King of Coins trying to teach? You're thinking about security, hearth and home a little bit overly much, and somebody that you're assigning as having the power over all your security really doesn't have it. You need to take some of this back for yourself. The Six of Pentacles is coming through here. Seven of Pentacles also coming through. Six of Pentacles is when the universe wants to give you something, and the Seven is when the fruits of the labor come through. The harvest comes in. You reap what you sow. The law of the harvest is something you need to remember in dealing with this person. You need to deal peacefully, not recklessly. Three of Pentacles. You got pentacles all over the place, baby. This is when teamwork comes in again and it returns. I don't see the teamwork returning till January. This feels like 3.5 weeks away. Four of Swords is coming in. Take care of yourself the best you can in the meantime. The self-care is important. The time out is important. Even if you need to lock out the world, like when my kids were little, I literally had to go in the bathroom like, go away, I'm peeing. You need some go away world. The world needs to settle down and you need to take care of you. And then here, the Page of Swords. You will have witnessed and seen enough. You will be ready to move forward. Here you go. Sorry, you were reaching out to us. You will be ready to move forward, but not for 3 weeks. So right now it feels bitter cold. It feels tough. And it is tough going. I mean, you can't sugarcoat this shit. This feels like cold and doing it the hard way on your own and separated and isolated and all of that. And it feels that way. And it may feel that way till, like I said, the 15th to 17th. It's not just you experiencing this crazy planetary blah, blah, blah. The whole of Earth is experiencing this. So whoever you're working with as a partner, they have their head up their ass is what I'm getting. It's not going to get better immediately. You need to have time to realize that you're in the turbulence for a little bit longer. What day are we on? What, the 4th, the 5th now? So you can handle 10 more days of just make it through, calm down, grit your teeth, make it through, calm down, get yourself more sleep. This is Restless Nights. This one is literally saying you need to rest. It will help tremendously for you. I know that's very old lady advice, but it's what you need to do. You need to get this to restore your balance and your sense of where security really comes from, to restore your own sense of resourcefulness. This is what I'm getting on this. Anything else she needs to know in the realm of love right now? Because she's got, the next 10 days are going to be a little bit of a wonky for you. The Emperor. This is rules, setting up the rules. You need to be in charge of your own realm. So to some degree, you're going to need to put order and structure into your own world on your own terms and not wait for the other person. Don't depend on him. If he comes in this way, he's being a rigid dick sometimes, and it's not fun. That's what happens sometimes. This is you understanding the rules, going by the rules, creating the structure for yourself. And it's just a hell of a lot easier when you're taking care of what it is you know that's important, starting with rest. All right, lecture over. Sorry,
wow.
honey. Yeah, and this is Tarot of the Moon Garden. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. But it is a little bumpy for you. So if it feels bigger, you know, this... We can talk. We're grown people. When your period hits and it hits extra hard sometimes and you're hormonal and you know this feels out of proportion and some stupid Hallmark commercial or a greeting card commercial is making you cry. It's like, oh, that's my hormones. We've had those times where it just feels bigger than usual. This period of time, it just feels bigger than usual for you. It doesn't mean that it can't be reined in and dealt with, but it just feels a little bit unusually big right now. And part of that is just astrology. All right. That's not my strong suit. I give that to my husband with all the love in the world. In fact, I'll give him 2.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Sandra's still here, so you can fire away.
Fire away at what? Give you another bird?
Of course. That's. All right, Rhonda said, okay, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. It's going to be okay. It really is.
Vika said, we'll blame Mercury retrograde.
Yes, let's do.
Hey, where is your private read info?
It's down
right
here.
There it is.
You got it? Yeah. That's what I was explaining earlier.
Okay, this is what somebody asked about private reads. Angie does do private reads. $66 for 3 questions. That's a recorded read. Mm-hmm. It is sent to you in a unlisted link, right?
An unlisted link on the tube.
Yes.
You know the tube.
On the tube. And it's a 24 to 48 hour return. The Zoom calls are $99. Angie just did one of those today.
I love those. Love them. I did a birthday one. A girl got it for her mom. It was really fun. Very beautiful. Love to do them. And we just off-road. I think I went through 9 or 10 decks easy. And she could ask any question she wanted. And we were just in the mix. Yeah. All
right. If you'd like info on anything tarot related or the Zoom reads, the classes, just email Angie there.
a5cbutterfly@gmail.com is how you get the reads and the Zoom reads. Or if you really want to get through, Angie does classes. That's me at Gmail also. And that's where I do the information about the classes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Sandra says she loves the birds.
Yes, the birds are great. Look at my red nails. Isn't this Merry, Merry Christmas? It looks like the ruby slippers, man. She did so
Let
good.
me see if I can put your fingers up again.
There's like 2 shades of red. It's like a crimson color red and then like a candy apple foil red on there. Oh my gosh. And I had my nails slightly shorter for a while and I missed my long nails. And I'm like, okay, this is what I need. And she's like, okay.
All right,
That's
Ange.
like that. All
Okay,
right.
Terry's up next.
Okay, Terry.
Should I look for a new job?
Terry, should you look for a new job?
Hannah, you're on deck. You're next up.
Terry, let me look at this 1 second. Okay, we got Rachel True's True Heart Tarot. Probably a good shot of my bum too. Sorry about that. Okay, should you look for a new job? Terry, we're going into a 6-month spread, so we're going you in the middle with 2 cards, and this would be half of a full year. I want to look at this. Should you look for a new job? The answer is yes. Why? We're going to see what's going on. You're getting doubles here coming through. There's heartache and pain where you're staying. The emotions are trying to lead you out of the heartache and leading out of the pain. This is important for you to look for. The timing is going to be up to you to do, but you need more independence. And the Hermit. This is like a little bit of dark night of the soul. This is what's crossing you. How do you get and regain your independence going forward? This is what we're seeing here. I want to see the 6 across here. So let's see what we've got going. We're going to start with December, January, February, March, April, May. And just so you can see it better, otherwise it'd normally come in like this, but December, January, February. Well, February's full. March, April, and May. Okay. Tradition coming in December. You're trying to keep all the traditions, and it might be that you shift this job situation a little bit slower than you thought. It's not just an immediate bird to the boss, okay? It's like, okay, you have to be strategic in what you're doing. Tradition. I call this card the bouncer at the club. This one I call that because he gives the keys to the monks. Usually you see him and the acolytes there, and he's handing them the keys to the kingdom. This is the job that usually means a promotion or a job that you get hired somewhere. So the answer, yes, coming through here doesn't surprise me. We see it here immediately. You're going to have to make that transition work for you, though, for December. 9 of Wands. You need to hold your ground a little bit so you're not overly weary. Be careful on this card, honey. There's a little too much nudity on there. So we need to Sharpie marker. I tried to Sharpie marker the clothes on them, but January, you need to be resilient. It will feel like you've come through something, but yeah, you're shifting it out, and it feels like you're shifting in January. Put this over here. Just so I stay safe on here. Oh, and then we got the Lovers. Great. The Lovers also having a problem in this deck. The 4 of Coins and the 2 and the 7 of Coins. Okay. The Lovers. The choice that you make, it's an important choice to make. So you're going to have to be careful with that. The Lovers. And then the 4 of Coins is saying, really, don't be a miser, but guard your pennies. This is where you're a little bit guarded, and it's almost like you're a little bit Scrooge. But this Christmas, I'm telling you, be a little bit Scroogey. Not with your heart, but with your own finances. So you're looking after your own interests first. And then this, it's the Farmer's card, the Law of the Harvest, the 7 of Coins. The fruits of labor coming in January. Things are shifting there, and it's appropriate timing there. February, March, April. Didn't I say May? I did. May. December, January. February, March, April, May. This is June. Okay. December, January. February is where this is. I want to be straight with you on that. Okay. March. Queen of Discs. No, Queen of Swords. I lied. Queen of Swords. This is cut the shit. This is be very fair. Hold your ground about what is fair. She knows what's right. She gets a bum rap as the bitch, but she's right all the time. Like 99.8% of the time. She's right. She's sometimes perceived a little bit more abrasive because she's harsh in her communication style. So mind your words carefully. Try to be a little bit more diplomatic when you can. Coming up here, we have December, January, February, March, April, May, June, April. There's February. No. This is throwing me down. I should have just slid this way because usually December is right here. Just give me a second. I will feel happier with this like this. Okay. December, January, February, March, April, May. April. Now this is where you're longing for something. This is where you really want to move towards something. There's something that it's almost like it needs to be washed down the drain. This one is such a great illustration of this. Having it feel like you're really watched or you're not measuring up, a little paranoid, a little worried, a little over worried about something. This is, you got to grieve and mourn whatever the loss was in order to move forward. Magician coming in. You're really manifesting strongly in the spring. And look at all these flowers in this. You don't usually see this many flowers in the Magician card, but that's what's happening. The spring is the time where everything's growing, growing, growing. You're making good choices. And the Eight of Wands, things pick up and start to accelerate spring into summer. This is what's going on. Should you shift your job? Absolutely you should. Do it in a way that makes sense for you. And let your December kind of go with a little more ease. It feels like in January that's going to be happening. And it's not going to be F off, boss. It's going to be, okay, I need to exit stage right because this is going to fit me better. I need this promotion, wherever the Hierophant landed, because I'm due and I need those keys for my life to work a little better. That's what's going on for you. Anything else he needs to know? Love it. Be detached from the turbulence. This is one where it's going to be a little bit, I call this the big kahuna because he's riding the surf, right? He's on the throne out in the middle of the ocean, but he's chill. He's chill as can be. He's calmly compassionate and not overly emotional about the decision making that he needs to do. Beautiful, beautiful card to see overall. This is the energy you're moving into. That's what I got.
Woo.
Yeah, that was good. And that was like a half the year, but I really do usually set the 12 o'clock as the 12th month, and that was just like, I have to do it that way. I guess I like it that way.
All right, Terry said thanks.
You're welcome, honey.
Vivian, I'll get you on the list. All right.
Okay.
Don't do that again over here. You got this whole desk here and you do half the desk. You're wasting all this time. Then I got to move the camera in order to get the shot. Jeez.
You need to suck it, Buster.
Always, man. You make things more difficult for this side. Oh my gosh, Angie.
It's a good thing that man loves me. And it's a good thing I love him. He's a lucky son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Super
Oh,
lucky.
hey. Wow.
You just don't know what you're getting sometimes.
Okay, next up is Hannah.
Okay, Hannah.
What are Brandon's true romantic intentions towards me?
Let's go to the unfolding path.
Pika, you're next.
What are Brandon's true intentions towards you? Wow, boomerang. What's going on with that? You know, I was working on my bones tonight because I got a few new bones from when I throw bones. And I was working on one, and one has this boomerang shape to it. And this is what's going on. His intentions towards you, boomerang. And this guy, you could do better. There's no way to put this other than Ace of Cups, you're offering huge, but who are you offering it to? The devil. You could do better. His intentions towards you are okay, but this guy might be tasty, tempting, super, super great in so many ways, but probably really ill-suited to you. The devil comes up. Eight of Wands. Too fast, too fast. You want things too fast. His intentions towards you. This is one where I would say, don't set yourself up for heartache. This person could take advantage of you easily, and you're too vulnerable in the state that you're in right now. This person could have you believing all sorts of lies about yourself, not because they're a flat liar, but because if you're putting everything out there, whether he's going to pick up the phone or answer a text or ask you out or whatever, it's so external based that it's not healthy for you. And then if he does text you back or you do go out, you're going to slam into it too fast. Whoa, slow it down. These for over here. Yeah, there's conflict about this. You've got the Five of Wands and the Six of Coins. The universe is trying to give you a gift saying, whoa, Nelly, slow it the fuck down. The sun's on this and the High Priestess. The old woman knows better is what I'm getting. Your mama would know better. Your grandma would know better. Every old woman that's older than you would tell you better. I wouldn't get your heart hung up on this Brandon fellow. Let some time happen. Settle down, settle down, settle down. You don't have to holiday crunch things into being. And I wouldn't watch these stupid romantic holiday Hallmark movie channel, blah, 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 Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Christmas in Wonderland with Mr. Handsome Hunk that comes and makes it all perfect and you go Christmas tree shopping. Fuck that shit. No, don't do that. What else is going on? Ha! You are considering, and you should be considering two other cups entirely. She's got one in her hand, and it's not the right one. There's other choices, other options, and you're procrastinating by considering this Brandon person as such a valid candidate when he's really not well suited. If he were well suited, he would be making his feelings known, and he might be, not him, other. Hang on, we're not done with you yet, sweetie. Sorry. Other, going into other. Who's the other? This is somebody that's a little bit dorky.
We're dating right now.
Yeah, well, if he's going to take you serious, great, but don't have it external of him. If he's going to take you serious, great. It might be a lesson. I'm telling you, this one's coming in too red-faced for me to take it serious. Ho! Play the field. I might be totally wrong. You always trust your higher intuition over me or any other tarot reader. But don't just trust your emotion. Your higher intuition, your higher self is a big damn deal. But what I'm getting on this ain't great right now for timing, so slow it the fuck down. You've got this defensive, and you are not the Robin. You are the Batman. You need to remember this. You need to remember this. There will be something where you are learning differently. You need to slow it down. This is something that's... You're defending something that doesn't really necessarily be for your best interest. It might be good for a lesson. You asked about his feelings towards you. This is something that would come up in convenience land. This is something that may be suited for the time. Would I say this is somebody that you want to walk down the aisle with? No. Now, I don't know this guy from Adam. I'm just some old lady reading tarot cards right now. You might say, but I really like him. He's got all this fabulous. It might be super fabulous for someone else. It does not feel like this guy is for you in the right kind of way. The Hermit card is going to come in. The Hermit is going it alone. Dark night of the soul. Shadow lessons on your own. Something that needs scrutinized, looked at closer. Page of Wands. It's great messaging. He's going to tell you everything you want to hear right now. Nobody likes holidays on their own. And sometimes we hook up or meet up or hang out with those that are not for our best, but they're convenient and cozy. And that's a real human thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging that. There's no shame being put here at all. What I'm saying is his feelings for you are your convenient. His feelings for you are going to lead to heartache. You need to choose another for long term. You might choose him for keeping the covers warm, but I'd choose another for long term. So, you want me to sugarcoat it? Oh, he's lovely. He might be a perfectly decent fellow. He might be a great, decent fellow, but he might not be the first pick of your mom, your grandma, your great-grandma, your ancestors. Not with this, and not with these. You can be choosy, baby. You can be super choosy, so be choosy. You don't have to go for the first hot commodity.
I do understand that, too. Yep.
Okay, that's what I got. And if he is a fun for the holiday time, hey, we have some holiday memories that we bank for our old age. You better believe we do. We have some mistletoe times. Yeah, that's okay. That's a good thing. So just know where your priority is and always have your priority be in alignment with yourself and your higher self first. Okay. Done preaching.
Okay.
Old lady gets bossy. Sorry.
All right.
Lucy is nodding. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Lucy is one of my guides. She's nodding. She's asking you to... Lucy always is very stately, very queenly, very wearing a crown all the time. She's asking you to walk slowly, walk carefully, tread carefully. She's walking very carefully and walk tall. Chin up. Walk tall. There's a certain level of pride in self that needs to be remembered and value of self that needs to be remembered. Yes. Yeah, that's complete. Okay.
All right, Edge.
Yeah. Guides are in the house tonight. There's 4 of them that are in here all the time with me. The only one that we haven't heard from tonight is Gogs, and I'm sure he'll pop in when he wants to.
Right, Hannah said, love that. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
All right, Tamara, if you're still in the room, I'll get you on the list, or I've got you on the list. I just need your question when you get a chance, if you could post that.
All right.
Vika is next up.
Hey, Vika.
How am I doing on my personal spiritual healing?
Let's take a look.
Gloria, you're on deck.
We're going to the Oracle deck, and this is like the Soul's Heart deck. What is this one? Hang on. It's this one. The Soul Symphony deck. How are you doing on your healing? I want to see this first. Then if we need to go elsewhere, we will for Vika. The call you've been answering really, really well. And this is around spring. You're growing in a big way. Right now you're experimenting. This says expressing conversation, unblocking, and hearing your voice. This is your hearing the call. This is coming through like with the Judgment card. You know what that is? To thine own self be true. This one in spring is coming around with the 4 of Wands popping up. This is 4 of Wands popping up. You're doing really well. There's an advancement. You'll be at a new threshold. In March, the new threshold comes through. What am I getting? It feels like the pavilion is set up and the wind is blowing the shears around, the sheer fabrics around. It's this party that's a celebration in March that's happening. This is showing me that it's breezy by that time. It's very breezy, very airy. You're stepping through, dancing through that I don't know what they call that, the threshold, the platform, the structure they're setting up. You're setting up the structure. You've got 2 pillars already set up, but they're opposing each other, 2 opposing pillars. You need the other. So here and here needs set up. Admiring the clown. And this is telling around fall. This is telling me that you're going to admire something that you see, that you're really going to like it quite a lot. And then the clown around fall is telling me that this is like the Fool stepping in around fall. There's going to be a new start. So now you're like, not quite in training wheels, but kind of. You know, when you're learning to ride the bike and you have the training wheels on and you're first learning it, it feels like that's the experience a little bit right now of a new, not sport, skill. What's going on here? Ravenous. Insatiable, uncontrollable, must have hunger for pleasure. This is hunger for learning, hunger for growth. Pace yourself, baby. If you eat too much at Thanksgiving, you know that you get sick. You know if you eat too much, you got to wait, get the bigger pants on, and make room for more, right? This is how it goes. Pace yourself is what I'm getting. Now we're going to go to the tarot with the idols for you. The idols are the idols when we're not talking like graven image. We're talking about IDYLLS. And it's like these stone places where people would go and have sacred moments. And this was in Britain. And you can think of like Rome and the pillars and Colosseum set up, or think of sacred pyramids, places and spaces. You can even think of Stonehenge, places where there would be. But the idols would be a miniature of that. It feels like you're finding that space where you go to in your meditation zone, in your own headspace, where you go to, where you download your information and let the downloads come through. There's a lot of green grass coming through, and we're in the winter now. What is that about? You're ravenous for the shoots of spring to start in. Yeah, you're ravenous for this. This is 2 months. You're going to be like 2 months like a hungry binge eater right now. And this isn't a bad thing, but you know when you overindulge on anything, whether it's Thanksgiving dinner or mashed potatoes or whether it's all the pie afterwards, if you get too much of it, it can be too much. A little moderation would do you some good, but it feels like it's coming in fast. The gifts are coming in fast. You need to be a little bit resilient. Don't expect everything to pop like crazy. Allow it to come, because then when it washes over, it's going to wash over you big time. And it's not something that develops overnight. It just doesn't develop overnight. It develops with consistent and trust. Write down notes, consistent and trust. Dream your dream. Take a note in your dream journal. Write it down. Do your tarot investigation, just 3 cards, whatever. Write it down. Just a little bit of bite-sized piecemeal things. You don't need to have Thanksgiving every day, right? Okay. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're getting your mojo on this. This is definitely giving us towards spring. 3 months. You're waiting for things to come in. They're coming in already. They are on the horizon and coming in, making your way towards you. Look with a new lens. Why are we getting this? We're getting a scope. I'm getting the scope that you would look. It would be like the telescope that somebody looks out over the sea. This is the Santa Fe burger card for me. It's when you order the Santa Fe burger, which is my favorite burger at the restaurant. You order it, and then you don't go back into the kitchen and cook it for them. You wait for the waitress to bring it. The universe knows what you're trying to do, so don't keep thinking you're in lack. It's on its way to you. There's competition. This is competition of skill sets. You need to focus on 3 skill sets, not 5. The 5 overwhelms. It feels like too much. If you spread yourself too thin, you're going to feel like too much. 3 skills, not 5. The 5 again leaves you in lack. Look at you. Now this is you. This is you captaining your own ship, living the rough waters behind. You're getting the hang of this now a little bit better. It feels like January, February, you're getting it even better. You're practicing. So write things down for you, pen and paper, and creating your own evidence log. Start date, whatever. Evidence log. Vika says, blah, 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 blah. This is what's going on. I noticed, like, okay. You got to pay attention to signs. They're kind of weird, but I was thinking about the 2 of Wands and how you have to take the baby steps today. I was thinking about that, and I've seen this and seen it in a lot of reads. Phil and I are out shopping, and I'm out of the dollar store. I've got to get nail polish to paint the bones, to do my bones readings, blah, blah, blah. And there's these rocks there that you usually see at the rock shops and the hippie trippy shops. But there's these rocks there with words on them. And I'm just looking through, and one of them says dream. But this rock is shaped like a foot. It's downstairs. I'll bring it up tomorrow or something. But it's shaped like a foot. And instantly the message was 1 step at a time, a baby step at a time. Remember to take the steps towards your dream. This rock was shaped like a foot, and it said the word dream. That was it. That was the sign. That was what I needed to know. Boom. Threw that in the cart. Had to buy it. This is how you're going to get messages. It's going to be the way of the chiromancer is good. The way of chiromancy is serendipity, synchronicity, lining up. Like, you can try doing this as practice. Now, it won't always work for you because it takes a little practice. But if you say, it's all green lights for me, it's all green lights for me, it's all green lights for me. If you keep intending, it's all green lights for you, and do that when you're driving, you're going to find one of these times that you are driving and you don't get a red light at all. You just sail through. It's all green lights for me. Extrapolate that. Make that a little bit of a bigger metaphor for you. It's all green lights for you. This is how you manifest more. This is how you move forward. 4 of Cups. You're ready to receive. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Or the rock. Don't just put the rock back in the bin and be like, yeah, that doesn't mean anything. If it means something, if it's kind of weird, yeah, pay attention. That's what I got. That's complete.
All right, she had put mashed potato is my kryptonite.
Oh my gosh, I make really good mashed potatoes, guys. I love it. Yeah, put a little cream cheese in there. Ooh, red potatoes and brown potatoes and butter and a little cream cheese and calories galore, and love it. Oh,
And
yeah.
then she did ask, do they say which skills to focus on?
Dream journal and evidence log is what you need to focus on first. Your dreams are going to try and get through to you. You're going to try and need to write things down in dream journal and evidence log. If you want to do the waking dream, the walking dream, yeah, okay. This is something that anybody can do if they want to learn tarot. This would be a great thing for you. Go find the living tarot card, which means you go out and you might see the clouds that look for some reason like 2 people kissing. That would be maybe the lover's card. You might go out and you see 2 cups just randomly thrown together. And you're like, that doesn't even belong in this section of the store. What's going on with this? Or you might see 2 cups that are an equal offering. You're going to see something like that. Today we got 2 cups extra when we left the restaurant that we were at. The girl's like, here's your drinks. And she gave us to-go cups. We didn't know what she was saying. We thought she was saying, meet us up front for the checkout. And the food was really good. I'm like, why are we waiting? She brings us 2 extra drinks to go. 1 for each of us. But we had to go. You're going to see the living tarot cards too. Start with that. And then just be open to the signs. But write them down, because the evidence log will help you see that, yeah, you are in tune with your intuition more than you even realize. Okay.
All right, she said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to try that for the potatoes. And yes, Angie was raised on a potato farm in Idaho Falls.
No, I was not.
I mean, you think Forrest Gump and Bubba Gump shrimp, Angie's like Bubba Gump potatoes.
No.
Like, she knows a bazillion ways to cook potatoes. Her dad was a farmer. She used to run a tractor. Like, it's freaking unreal.
You know, the devil's going to climb up that chair and yank you out.
Well, you're not raised in Idaho Falls.
Yes.
Thank you. Stop. No more questions. No more questions.
Do I know the value of an Idaho potato?
No more questions.
Yes. Idaho bakers are the best. The best. Spuds this big. Brilliant. So good. Not a potato farm. My dad was a pharmacist, not a farmer. Big difference. Good grief, honey.
Oh, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Chad put, you might see a cup with a fish in it. That is stinky fish tea.
Stinky fish tea, and that's when you go for the emotional thing and you get something of substance too. So that's great. So Chad, I don't know if you were here the other day, but I mentioned like the clairs were coming on, and I was doing this read that was like my private read where they ask 3 questions, and all of a sudden I'm like here, and I swear it smelled like brine, salt water, stinky fish. It was so bad, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm trying to go forward. No, it's stinky fish. That was the invisible card of the moment, and it was coming up, and it was like definitely the smell of fish as pertaining to this person's read. So, okay. Then later I'm like, okay, that's what it was. So when the clairs come on, you might get smells also that are strange. Sometimes it's lavender. Sometimes it's stinky fish. The clairs come on in all kinds of weird ways. Like, your nose knows the way.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
All right, and if you get a read tonight and you want to see it, it will be on Angie's YouTube. We shouldn't say that. You always trip out on that. Chad put, wow, it really was stinky fish.
Yeah, it really was wild. It really was that, and I hadn't ever gotten that before, and I even remarked, I've never gotten this with the Claire aliens. Sometimes I get that smell like smoke or wood smoke or whatever, but fish? Yeah, that was wild.
That was called Chad Chow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Gloria's next.
Okay.
Should I give Jerry my attention? Anne, you're on deck.
Should you give Jerry your attention? This is the wrong deck to look at. We're looking at the light and dark, and we're in the light, and I want the dark also. Should you give Jerry your attention? I want 3 cards for what you're doing and 3 cards for this other, and then we'll see if this is worthy of your attention, if this person is worthy of your attention.
Last call if you'd like to get on the list.
3, what's going on?
Post your question.
Wow, Knight of Swords and Knight of Coins. So there's something very, very logical, but something looking for security going on. And then here we have the 7 of clubs coming through. Excuse me, the 8 of clubs. This is the 8 of wands coming through. You want to have movement and motion, and you're ready, and you're obviously on the horse, ready to be at speed. Now let's see where is Jerry at in this whole. This one wants to come. We got the 5 of swords leaving the battlefield, judgment, the higher self. There's something about him that needs to be in touch and in tune with himself a little bit better, and we're going to pull these 3 also because they feel like they want to be told. We've got here the Knight of Cups. He's going to be in this position of false knight. I would give him your attention later, not yet. And I wouldn't get overly hyper-fixated or focused on this. He's got too much with this coming in kind of a little bit wonky. And then here we have the 2 of wands. He's stuck waiting. He hasn't made the plan. He's figuring it out. Yeah, I wouldn't give him too much of your attention just yet. Let's look in the middle of this. Where's my Fate Shifters deck? Where is that one? Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Fate Shifters. Let's look in the middle of this. He's going through something shadowy a little bit, so I would not get hyperfixated on this. What do you need to know about the energy between? And then we'll go back to you for a minute. The energy between right now would create heartbreak. It wouldn't be right. The energy between, it's just going to be hard on the heart. Give yourself a little bit more time. Give this person more time to do their own thing. It doesn't add up to happy. And it doesn't mean anybody has to be a jerk. It just means space is a good idea. That one came flying out. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Remember your talent. Remember your gift. There's a big reward coming up, and this is to do with monetary resource. So give your time and energy to you right now. Anything else?
Both of us widowed, I understand.
Yeah, and it's not the end of the world. It's just nothing to be rushed. Fruits of labor down the track. So this is a time for maybe seed planting, but no more. If anything comes of it, great. If nothing comes of it, great. Seed planting, but no more. You're not cultivating the whole garden right now. You're going to have to just be patient and evaluate down the track. That's what I'm getting. That's what I got. And it's not the end of the world at all. It's just holidays are hard when we're single. And we feel like we're the only single person on the planet sometimes. And that's just so not the case. So that's what I got in the energy right now. And this is Luna's Light and Dark Angels. That's what these decks are. Okay. And the Fate Shifters Tarot. All right.
Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're rocking and rolling tonight, man.
I love this stuff, guys. I love tarot. I mean, can you tell? This is just on the desks. I have like 70 decks just right here at hand. Another 60 here, another 60 here. I don't know how many behind me, but
yes.
I mean, like, I do love me some tarot, guys. I love it. So, and I love the oracle cards too, but I really love the tarot more, for the most part.
All right, Gloria said, thank you. I love you and your red nails.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I love them too. They are just like ruby slippers to me. They are just magic.
So Vika's asking, how do you cleanse them all?
I keep this room and then I'll like sage or do incense in this space. This is dedicated space for this. So I don't like sage this deck, sage this deck. No, you got to just sage the space. If anything in the energy feels weird, I'll put in music. I'll get wind in here, get just open windows. But you can sage or incense the space. I sometimes spritz with some scents that I like. So you do it however you want to do, but bring the energy to the space and it serves really well. So there's all kinds of different traditions and rituals about cleansing tarot decks. And I will tell you, one time I thought, okay, I'm going to really cleanse my tarot deck. I'm going to put it out with the moonlight. And I had this wooden box. So the top of it was carved out. There was airflow. And this tarot deck was in the wooden box. And I left it out overnight. And I forgot I left it there. And it rained. That deck got cleansed, warped, and wrecked. Awful. Don't do that. So you can cleanse them in the moonlight. You can cleanse them however you feel like is going to work for you. As long as your intention's there, it's going to be just fine. And keep that space when you're doing your thing. Like I have my resonance room, which I go into and I'll do like singing bowls or tuning forks or meditate or whatever. And that's a great space too. And I can go in there and do whatever I'm doing, then come in here. And this is working space also. So that's why I do it.
She said, oh, I like those tips.
Yeah, you do it however you want though. It has to resonate with your heart. However I do it, that's great and dandy. But if it doesn't work for you, you do what does work for you. Okay?
All right, Chad put, she has strong protections too.
Yeah, the guides always are coming in. When I'm doing my readings, the guides are really, really present. And they show up all the time. Nell's showing up ahead. I don't know if Chad was here when I said Nell showed up ahead. Were you here, Chad? Yes. When, yeah, Debbie Harry Blondie singing, what was it?
One way.
One way or another, I'm going to get you. Nell loved it. And I didn't even know that Nell was here because I wasn't in that space. I was just listening to music. then that comes in, and then Nell is instantly right here. Attention, focus, boom. Yeah, and she was loving it. Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, we have Anne.
Okay, Anne.
Any guidance on moving?
Sure, let's take a look.
Vivian, you're next up.
I want a specific deck for you. Hang on. This is the Everyday Enchantment deck from Poppy Palin. And it's a great one if people are buying houses or advice on moving. It's a little more modern. And I trimmed it down because these cards are massive. They are really big. So they're back there with the oversized cards. So let's see what's going on. Weather the storm. I'm getting the image of rain galoshes, like the kids wear the yellow boots, rain galoshes. Those boots that you put on that are, yeah, you're going to have to stomp through some mud puddles. So what is this doing with the advice on moving for you? It's going to be messy. It's gonna prepare for some mud, puddles, some slush. Temperance needs to be there. 2 of Cups is here. 9 of Cups is here. Ace of Coins. Overall, it's looking pretty good. But it's going to be a little bit emotional coming up. With the Temperance, you're needing to balance this. You're getting somebody with the veggie juice and somebody with the sweet juice, and it's like, okay, you're going to have to temper this. 2 of Cups. It's coming in. It's really well timed, actually. 9 of Cups is coming in. Be your own hero on this. Moving forward, Ace of Coins. Check the foundations of everything. And this is also giving me check the paperwork. But this one comes in. It's check what's going on. So if you're moving and you're going to have the home inspector come and look at things, have him look at everything. You need to know. And if something's screwy and you're buying the house, you need to have them handle whatever the fix is. This is coming in. Check the foundation. Check the blueprint. Home inspection needs to be absolutely, absolutely, absolutely done. It's just pay for the home inspection. It might be like, well, you could save $300 or $500 in this move from doing this. No, check it. Make sure it's right. If you're moving to a rental or an apartment or something like that, make sure that the things are right. Check and see how they handle repairs. This is what's coming in through here. Here, 3 of Cups. It's going to be good. This is toasting, toasting, toasting. Now, where are those galoshes? Why are those coming in? It's more of a mess. You need to get rid of some shit. Anybody could tell you that when you're moving. When in doubt, throw it out. You need to get rid of some shit so it's less of a mess to do. The 10 of Coins is coming in. This is something that's really, really right for you to do. This is the card of legacy, how you make your mark. Yeah, this is going to be really good for you. All of the energy feels really good, but messy. That's all there is to it. If a kid came in from a rainstorm and stomped around, it would be a little bit messy, but it wouldn't be impossible to clean up. The worry needs to be let go. This is the Tower. Whatever you have built up or whatever you thought you were doing, it's coming down, or if it has not already come down for you, it's time to do it. This month will be a little bit tricky, and the 3 of Wands is wanting to move forward. The universe knows what you've ordered. It feels like this is like you're in the midst of the mess. And the universe knows that it's coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. That's what it feels like. Moving in winter is hard. It's tricky, but sometimes you can get really good deals and things to your advantage that way. So that's what I've got. It is going to feel very Iditarod for you. Anything else?
I've been debating between buying a small place or moving into a different rental.
You're going to want to take motion, but it needs to be balanced. The King of Swords is coming through saying, check your plan, check your plan. Check logically what would make sense for you to do within the next 2 to 3 months. High Priestess is here. I want to pull 2 different decks. Give me a second. I want 2 of the same deck. I want identical. And we're going to look and we're going to see if it's new, smaller place or rental. We're going to look. We're just going to look what's just more advantageous based on the energy right now. You trust your higher self more than me or any other tarot reader. And any tarot reader worth their salt will tell you the same thing. It's trickier to move into the new or smaller place right now than what you think. And you feel like it's almost impossible. It's not impossible. We've got the Queen of Wands in both of these. Either would suit you. You got to make sure the situation suits you. Don't believe the lie that you can't do it. The High Priestess is here and the High Priestess is also here. It could be a little bit, it takes a little bit more time to do this, which will test your patience. You're going to feel weary if you get into an apartment again and you're going to feel like you need to make another choice. Let's see what's going on. Six of Pentacles here, Magician here. This could manifest quicker, and it might be that you need to be in temporary quarters before you move into your new place. But I would say move for the small place and not the apartment based on these cards. Now, it's up to you what you want to do, what really suits you. If you move into the new place, you get an astronomical interest rate, and you get double your rent amount, it's not going to necessarily suit you. If you have to move to another apartment, then that's like 2 moves or something. That's not going to be good. Anything else you need to know? Cut. Yeah, this is going to, I would definitely move into the new smaller place and not the apartment, because this is going to feel just like the other. And this is going to feel like you've completed something and you're moving on, like an I have arrived moment. You're going to be in a better place. Even if your nest is a little smaller, it's going to make more sense. It'll be cozier and you'll be happier. The apartment doesn't feel like as good of a fit based on the energy right now. That's what I'm getting. You trust your own self. Don't get yourself in too big of a pickle or too big of a bind. You make sure that you've got the ability to do it how it needs to be on your terms and they're just right for you.
That's what my gut's been saying. I'm just nervous about doing it.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't be? However, I will say when Phil and I moved into this place that we're at now, we moved in February. And February, nobody wants to move. So you have this market that stood still for a while. And people don't want to move at Christmas time, but holiday snow comes and then they might need to move. And so you might have a little bit more of a stronger hand to play than you would think because it's winter. Not that you have to wait till February, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I've got for you. It's going to be a little messy, but it's going to be a little good. And it's the right time to do it.
Kim said, it was April.
No, it was February.
No, it was April.
I know we moved in February. I know when we found this place because that is funny.
No, we moved in April.
Well, we didn't just knock on the door and say, hello,
no,
we're here.
We started the process, yes.
Believe
in
me.
February.
In February.
I know.
Because I had more
We
leverage
got the
in
keys
February.
literally on April
In
1st.
April Fool's Day is when
April
we got
1st,
this and moved in.
Fool's Day, yes.
But yeah, but I was looking and looking and looking. But I'm telling you, it's a good season to be hunting for houses because there's people that have been waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the market starts popping up a little bit as it starts warming up. So just be aware. She'll know what she needs to do. She doesn't need 15 cents on this.
All right, but thanks, Angie. You're amazing.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. And yeah, the keys to the door and it being ours was April.
Yes.
But how long was I looking at houses and looking on things?
Long time. Long time.
Ad nauseum. He'd be like, quit, honey, quit. Yeah.
Now, let me show you this one. Have you seen this one?
What do you think of this one? What do you think of that one? He was ready to murder me. Yeah.
All right. Vivian.
Okay.
Direction and guidance, please.
Vivian. Direction and guidance for Vivian. Okay. We're going into Nell's deck.
Tamara, you're on deck. Last read for the night.
Nell's going to have us in this one. Nell and Lucy both. Interesting. These cards just remind me of Nell and Lucy, and more so Nell, but let's see what's going on. Guidance. You're getting a chore list. Why? I don't know. Maybe because I'm a bossy old cow, but chore list. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't keep going. 4 is plenty. Like you're going to make a to-do list that's 50 miles long and it won't suit. First thing, treat yourself like the Empress. This is beautiful. The Empress is in the house. Treat yourself like the Empress. She's the pregnant, fertile one. If you think of a pregnant woman, they're going to get done what needs done. In the first beginnings of a project, worn out, tired. Middle of the project, get a second wind. End of the project, tough slog through. But treat yourself with the reverence of the Empress. You know how to reign and rule over your realm. You know what to be receptive to, and you know when to rest. Teamwork. Baby yourself and let others help do this too. This is the card of teamwork and the benefactor coming through. Second lesson, what are you investing for yourself? This isn't just rest and spoil yourself, but you also need to invest in self. You have a skill. What is that? They call it sharpen the saw. In business books, they call it sharpen the saw. Sharpen that skill up. There's a benefactor that wants to pay you for something you have a skill in. Sharpen the saw. 6 of Coins. The universe is just echoing this again. Somebody wanting to give you a literal financial reward for the skill that you bring forward. So there's something that you can do that brings in a little bit of extra money or extra reward for you, extra resources at this time.
But I always make a list.
Yeah. And then here, the 7 of Swords. And cover your ass. If there's something that you're sharpening the skill on and they aren't paying enough, you need to wait and hold out for the better pay. And you need to make sure you cover your ass. This is the Thief card. So cover your ass. Prioritize what is important to you. If it's important to write a novel, then you need to get X amount of words a day or X amount of pages to do. If it's important to you to have your home more orderly and create a sense of warmth for the holiday season, then do it. Don't leave the Christmas tree in the garage. Set that fucker up. I mean, really, what is it that you need to do? Don't take from yourself. Prioritize what's important to you. Okay, now the universe's list for you. Same deck, second deck. Crossing it this way. The Thief is crossed by what? The Six of Cups and nostalgia, and the Page of Coins. Don't let nostalgia burden you and slow you down. If you don't need to set up the Christmas tree this year and you just need to keep it simple, whatever it is. But don't let nostalgia burden you and weigh you down. Keep it simple so you can honor your gift. If the bigger gift to you is the time that you would have and marking out time for yourself, then do that. This is huge for you. Coming forward here, what are we seeing? The Ten of Cups. This is Happy Ever Plus One. Your home space needs to be a place that you like to be in. So don't procrastinate things like taking out the trash or doing the dishes, which guilty of that. Don't procrastinate something that makes your home more cozy to you. Just do it. If it's only going to take you 5 or 10 minutes to do, just do it so you can get the relief instead of something that feels like it's nagging at you. And it has to do with your home space being more cozy for you. This is huge for you. Nine of Wands. The wounded one and the soldier that is resilient over time. You've set up things that are boundaries and they need to be held and honored. Now this is to do with relating to others. How you relate to others, you don't have to be defensive. You haven't been defensive just because you're holding a boundary. And just because it might be a little bit odd to hold the boundary, I know some of us aren't talking with some of the others during this holiday season because of difficulties that have been recent. Some people get all political and they're doing no contact with others. Some people you're just taking space from. Some friends you just happen to outgrow during different times of life. This kind of thing doesn't need to bowl you over. You need to keep your boundaries tight for yourself. Keep your home cozy for yourself. Do the things that honor you. If that means you're going to stop by and get a sugar cookie and then have a cozy fire and then read a good book that's like maybe Harriet the Spy from childhood or something like that, do it. Do the coziness for yourself and hold your boundaries without being defensive, okay? This is a card of resilience. Now this is beautiful. This is giving me all kinds of shades of nutcracker sweet and chess. If we're talking about the Christmas show that you see or the Christmas play of the Nutcracker, then it's the child that dreams, that sees something sweet, sees something beautiful. But there also needs to be strategery going on, strategic thinking to bring balance to the dreamland, to bring balance to the dream space in your mind. This is what needs to be there for people. This is where you have something balancing that comes in a little bit bigger, balancing the dream, and then harnessing what your spirit wants to go forward. You will get some momentum going forward off of this. What else?
I do have boundaries. My space is my safe place.
Yeah. Four of Cups here. Don't refuse the new opportunity for balance. Don't be moody broody in your space. Let your space be beautiful. Even if it's just you there for a long period of time or for a period of time that's longer than is comfortable, let it be beautiful for you. And don't refuse the new offer when it comes. When's the new offer coming? This is the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Nine of Cups. The wish card is coming in. The wish card and what you want to have achieved, you will achieve. The wish card's coming in. The 9 is coming in, and it could be 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months. It feels like 9 weeks something's happening. The Empress was the lead here. 9 months feels a little bit long. By 9 weeks, there's going to be a sense of smugness, warmness, and smug in a good way. Like maybe snug is a better word for you on this particular occasion. But there's this sense of contentment that's so good and so rich. You will have had a rich holiday season regardless of how you do it. So whether the tree's in the garage or not, doesn't matter for you. It just needs to be cozy for you and keep adding to your cozy. If that means taking the time to put some cocoa in the Keurig machine, light it up. Put in some whipped cream. Enjoy it. This is what's going on for you. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I got.
Woo.
Yeah. It's really beautiful, beautiful. Hermity to the coziest degree. It's warm, really fancy pants blankets. It's hot cocoa with extra toppings and sprinkles too. It's just great.
I'm ready for a do.
Yeah, that's what's coming in. So a little bit of this coziness, take it, the wintering energy to honor you instead of feeling like, drudgery of winter. Take it as a time to really spoil yourself. That's what I got. That will bring more and more new for you. And that Four of Cups, there's an offer coming in with that, so don't be refusing it. All right.
All right.
Yeah, that's what came through. That was beautiful. And this is the Enchanted Garden, and this is one that Nell and Lucy love. Yeah, they love this one.
Vivian said, thank you very much.
You are welcome, honey.
All right, our last read.
Okay.
For Tamara.
Okay.
Will my relationship with my daughter heal?
Will your relationship with your daughter heal? We're going to Tarot of the Abyss. Tarot of the Abyss. The Abyss is the great gap between two like land structures, or like a cliff here and a cliff here, and there's this abyss, this vast thing. Will the relationship with the daughter heal? Tarot of the Abyss. This one takes me back to storybook time. It's so beautifully illustrated. It's black and white, but not all of life is. But it tells and feels really good to be in this deck. So will your relationship with your daughter heal? I want to do the inside guts of the cross and then around. So we're going to do this. Let's see what's going on. Just making sure I had all of them here. Same deck, second deck. These ones in opposition need to be felt first. Going to take a little time. We're getting the Queen of Wands twice coming out again, and we have that in the other one. You guys saw me just shuffle this. You saw me pull this. There's ego on the line. There's territorialness with the Queen of Wands. When the Queen of Wands is upside down and not in her best self, instead of all the magic that she brings to the party, she just gets territorial about ego. Devil's in the conscious thought. It's going to heal, but it's going to take some time, and it's not going to be right away. It's like whoever is right just doesn't even fucking matter anymore. It needs to calm down. You got the devil in the conscious thoughts and the subconscious is the Three of Pentacles. There used to be somebody offering somebody a line to help create a better situation, to hope, and it feels like somebody else is feeling like it comes with strings attached, is what it feels like it comes with. That's not how it may be, but it's how it feels like from the other person's perspective, opposing perspective. Somebody seeing my way or the highway, and somebody not having their value see. These ones are coming in opposition really, really strangely. Queen of Wands may well be doing what she's always done in the past, always doing in the same way, but somebody is wanting their independence more, and it feels like somebody is not seeing this territorialism and this helping and this wanting to help and offer and be helpful as the help that it's intended as. Now, in the center of it, we have the Five of Swords. This is the bully on the battlefield, adding insult to injury. It feels like give space and time. The Wheel of Fortune right here, time needs to be given. Time needs to be given. A space where there is a little bit of distance, and it's important, where your intuition and her intuition can kick in again, and you can walk by your own light, and it might not be, you don't have the exact same curriculum as each other. Nobody has the exact same curriculum as each other. And as moms, we think we know the answers for our kids, and sometimes they do the damnedest things. It's like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard of, but I really wish you wouldn't do that, and I think that's a horrible idea. And they want our support. And it's like, we don't feel like we can support that path because it seems like such a stupid ass idea. It's not our job to say. If we've already voiced this and created some kind of conflict because of this kind of situation, it's time to let them have the lesson. It's a tricky thing to back off and let them have the lesson. But that's exactly how they learn to trust their intuition. Now going forward. Wow. Wow. Okay. When you see repeats in this, and I do both decks, when you see repeats, it is the universe giving you neon signs, like blinking fucking lights. Look what's blinking. The teamwork comes when you quit offering the solution, when you let them reach for the rope instead of having something with strings attached. This is a card of teamwork, but that strings attached thing doesn't work so well. This is neon. This is the end of the world and the world coming forward. And look what, you're seeing something, and they are having to go through this birthing process of their own, this becoming their own person. There's the eye on the child. Keep an eye from a distance on this child. Keep a watchful eye. Be there if they want to reach out to you. But you got to give them the opportunity to do the reaching and not smother. Then what else is coming through? Look at this son of a bitch. I mean, I've never seen duplicates come out so crazily duplicate like this. This is bonkers. For the amount of cards that's on the table, this is just bonkers. Adding insult to injury, even if you try and mend fences or have a conversation about a certain thing, do not rehash it. Do not. Shut the fuck up on this. Just, oh, It's time for that conversation. The daughter needs to be heard, not told what to do. Just shut up on it. Bite the lip. Bite the tongue. Just let them speak. It will only add insult to injury. So do not do that. They will misinterpret your intention. So this is seen as bullying on the battlefield, and that's not what you're trying to do. You have some foresight that they might have to learn the hard way on this, but that's okay. That's what it is. Then what comes up? Big high priestess, little high priestess. I kid you not. Look at this. She has to learn to follow her own intuition, just as you have to follow yours. Your curriculum and her curriculum are not the same, but you have to follow your own intuition for yourself. You're both having lessons of spiritual growth and how to defeat the devil and how to overcome the bullshittery. How to let go of the toxic and make room for something different is by making room. This isn't the happiest, everything's going to be hunky-dory holiday season. No, give some space. Let the love be there, but the strings don't need to be attached. If you want to give a gift, if you want to give money, if you want to give time or see what you can do to help them, do it in a way that actually works for them. And it's not that you're doing something wrong or bad or anything, but they aren't capable of getting it. The kid is not capable of getting it from your perspective right now. That's okay. They are 20 years behind you on the track, typically. 15 years, 20 years, whatever, who knows, right? But you get what I'm saying here. This many duplicates on this. Don't add insult to injury. Allow time to happen. The Wheel of Fortune is when fate smiles on a thing. And I call this a safe cracker card because you've dialed, think about your locker combination at school. Dial one way, dial the other way, and then open, right? You're on that third combination. It's not time to open it yet. You're more towards the second number in the combination before the third one and open happens. But that's what's going on. But you got duplicates on the High Priestess, duplicates on the Three of Coins, which is supposed to be teamwork offered. So if there can be help, and if you reach out and say, how can I help you? What can I do to help? If there's something that I can do, let me know. And have them put it on something instead of you dictating to them. I don't know why it's coming through that strongly, but it is. And this is a little bit of the young territory and the need to cut apron strings energy coming through. That's what I've got going on. So that's what I've got for you. Holy cow. This will take a little bit of time to bridge. It's not going to bridge immediately. But closeness will come in time, but give it time. Don't force. Force won't help on that one. That's what I've got. And it's okay. It really is okay. I call it young and dumb till about age 26. Now, I know that seems a little bit harsh, but it's like when kids are learning their own identity. And sometimes they think that we are dumber than a rock. Like all through the teen years, I'm sure my kids thought I was the dumbest person on the planet. And once my daughter had her son, it's like, Mom, I don't know how you did it. How did you do this? So there is this stage that happens. It's pretty natural where you have the teens think you're dumber than a rock. They have to get independent. They cut the apron strings. And then even into their adulthood, it takes a little bit of time for them to figure out that actually you knew a thing or two. So that's what's going on.
Thank you so much. She lost a baby, and I'm trying to help.
Ask her how you can help. Ask her, do you want me to bring over your favorite dinner? Ask her what she needs. If she needs you to take some dry cleaning somewhere, ask her if she needs does she just need some new clothes? Does she need to put some things in bins? Ask her what she would like you to do and be ready to step up with whatever that ask is. So if she's lost a baby, her hormones might be crazy right now. So be patient on that. Just be patient. Be patient. Focusing too much on this or telling her, well, you can have another one later, or some of the things that you might want to tell her to comfort when she just needs to cry, it might be just let her cry. If she needs to deal with it in an abrupt way and just kind of compartmentalize, you let her deal with it in her own way. Just let her know you're trying to honor whatever she needs to do in this time to the best of your ability without smothering, but you want to be there and show up in the way that you know how, or the way that she would like you to, more so than the way that you know how, the way that she would like you to. That's how you get to show up for her. That's complete.
Ooh.
Yeah. And throw our line if you need to throw the rope of teamwork. It might be you just need to go watch Wicked or some goofy movie together that's just mind candy altogether that takes your mind off of it.
She said, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Good luck on that.
Right, Ange, that's it.
Okay,
It was a
that was
fun night.
good.
We haven't done one of those in a while.
Do what?
I said it was a fun night. We haven't done
Yeah,
one of
it was
those in
fun.
a
We
while.
haven't done that in a while. Every once in a while, when Phil's home, we'll pop on and do a pay it forward type of show. And usually they're a little bit faster than this, but yeah. So regular programming. Next time you see me, come on, get a read. And we'll go in. And some of my reads are like 20, 30 cards deep. It depends how big we're going. So yeah.
Definitely. So I'll say midday Saturday. Let's say midday.
Saturday. Okay.
All right.
That's what we should do.
Kim said much love.
Big love.
Chat said thank
for
you,
being
Angie,
here,
Phil,
guys.
Gogs,
Thank you,
Lucy,
thank you,
Nell,
thank
Mo.
you.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you
Kim
in a
put a
couple
little
days.
faster.
I used to do them really fast and feisty. Feels like, you can't do it too fast. All right, whatever.
All right, guys, take care.
All right, take care, guys.
We'll see you on
ya.
Saturday, hopefully.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great time till then.